मजे करो, खिलखिला कर हंसा करो, कल की चिंता करेंगे कल, आज तो आज ही किया करो. इसलिए namaste and welcome once again. This is Vani with you, welcoming you to another brand new episode of United Voice of Women, presented to you by Kankatalas. Kankatalas, where they know how to treat and dress a woman like the queen that you are. Do not forget to log into kankatala.com. At Kankatalas, you are family. Well, friends, if you're ready to start the show, I sure am. Let's take it. Today, once again, my wardrobe by Kankatalas. A beautiful Jaipur Georgette sari in pink, in Leheria style, dyeing with elegant embroidery for the border. This is a half-in-half sari with cream for the pleats and the pink for the pallu. The half-and-half saris give an effect of a half sari when draped. It is lovely and I love it. Thank you, Kankatala. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, this is Vani with you on United Voice of Women, coming live to you from the studios of Mana TV, New Jersey, USA. Well, United Voice of Women. That's UVW, and Out for the Woman, a celebration of the women, empowerment of women, and inspiration by and for women right here. Wow, I just love this gorgeous platform here, because this is a platform that invites and hosts women from across the globe, from every walk of life, from every community, from every culture, and from every country even. And it is so wonderful to see that when they come and share their journey, their story with us, it's not really very different. Okay, because everybody is still talking about their personal and professional life and how they possibly are balancing the two. And I know some people are doing it better than the others. And the whole idea is, when we have these guests here sitting down and talking to us, taking us through their lovely journey, it is definitely inspiring. It is empowering sometimes. And sometimes it can just be, just have you in awe or give you a horrible warning, which I like as well, because you know what, knowing what not to do always helps. But I would say this platform, most importantly, is celebrating the women around us and among us, because we are worth it. All right, if all of you are ready, I'm ready to introduce you to my lovely guest here in the studios, and her name is Ankita Sinha. And what she does is, she's a YouTuber, and she is a travel blogger. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't, but I can't wait to find out. So here we are, saying a big hello and welcoming Anki on our show. Welcome, sweetheart.
Hi, Vani. Thank you so much for introducing me so beautifully. I would love to tell people what I do, and where should I begin it with?
Okay, first I want to begin it with whatever you have right in front of you.
Yes. So, well,
okay.
You know, I am from Bihar,
okay,
but I've been raised everywhere across India. So I truly represent India. And this sweet is from Delhi.
Okay.
And it is called...
It is called?
It is called...
You have to tell me.
I forgot.
Wait a minute. It's called, what barfi? Moong
ki dal ki barfi.
There
oh my God, how could I forget? You know, the moment I opened the box, the smell was so overpowering. I was like, what is it called? I totally forgot about it.
Can I have one?
Yes.
You know what? We can start off with cheers on, what do you call, on the barfi. Okay,
Yes,
one for you, one for me, and
Thank you so much.
we could start off with cheers.
Cheers
All
on the
right,
barfi,
cheers,
yeah.
baby. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
You know what I like? This is what I wanted to start from this week on UVW.
Yes.
That okay, I can give you a napkin. Maybe you would need one.
Sure,
okay.
thank
So
you.
know when girls have a chat, you're eating, you're talking, it makes you feel so much better.
Yeah.
All right. So the way I wanted to start my show from now, and we're doing this with you, girl.
Yeah.
All right, we're inaugurating this thing. This is something new that we're starting, okay? So everybody who comes here as a guest on UVW
Yes.
will come with something that is specific from the part of the world that they come from.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so food is something that everybody understands, enjoys,
Yes.
and with the variety of the food, I think we will be able to connect with how many different women from different parts of the world are actually coming onto this platform.
That's actually a brilliant idea, because this is this moong ki dal ki barfi is from Delhi. It's very popular from a place called Evergreen. And you know, I'm glad that we're having it here right on the show.
Absolutely. I love the idea. But tell me something. Do you know anything about this sweet? Why is this specialty from Delhi? Would you know?
I wouldn't have any idea.
You wouldn't have an
because
idea.
there's so much to eat in Delhi.
You're
It's
so
just
right
not the
about
sweet,
that.
it's the paranthas and the chaat and everything else.
Parathe wali gali.
I know! That makes me drool and think
I would
about
like
the whole
somebody
idea.
to bring me those parathas here, but wow. This is awesome. I'm getting into a bite, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So now tell me, Anki, let's just start off with your profession. You know why? I never start off with profession with anybody, but with you it was really so exciting when I saw that you are a YouTuber and you are a travel blogger. You want to help us understand what that is?
Well, let me take you through my journey,
Yes.
because that will make you understand it more better.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So, you know, I am an IT professional, and to the world, I was somebody who was very settled for like 5 years. But for me, you know, inside my own restless soul, I felt I needed to do something else. And I didn't know what that was. I was
Okay.
totally confused. And I was trying to make my way out so that I get myself more entertained. So, well, I was trying to figure out, you know, what to do with my job. Should I quit? But I needed an income, of course. So, all of a sudden, my brother, he came up with an idea to do an all-India road trip on a Maruti 800. And he said, why don't we come along? And I was like, you know what? I don't even like my job as much. So let's just figure out what I can do with my life. And meanwhile, I can just travel around with you. So that was really a good idea. So to begin with, because it taught me a lot about the country.
And where was this?
This was in India.
Where in India?
So we started with Bangalore, and we covered about 9,000 kilometers in 18 days. And we went from south to west to north to east and coming back to Bangalore again.
It was just a fun trip.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally
okay.
fun trip.
Okay.
And we were at each place for a day. We would stay for a day at that place, and then we would proceed forward. So, you know, I had been to different places in India thanks to my dad transfers, but the way I saw India in the road trip was totally different, because one place was so different than other. And I was, you know, the change was the only constant that was in that trip. Because from one place to another, I was seeing and learning so many new things. Even the accidents or the misadventures that we had, like, you know, a car broke down, but that took us to a village in Haryana where we got the farm fresh food and, you know, the hospitality of the village men and everything, you know. So I totally enjoyed that trip. And when I came back, I had, actually I wanted to be a fighter pilot, to be honest.
Wow.
So I had my Air Force exam. I gave my Air Force exam, SSB, and everything that happened in Mysore. And when I was giving that, I was like, I don't know whether I want to do this or not, because this is too serious a profession for me, right? But then, you know, the excitement was still there. Like, you know, if I get a fly a plane, that will be the coolest thing to happen.
God. I'm actually in the clouds right now, just imagining. Okay? I never thought about it myself, but yeah.
Yeah, so I was trying quite
Super
a few
exciting.
different things. So when I came back, I was like, okay, fine, I gave the exam, and I was still waiting for the results. But then I thought, this job, what I do now, the desk job, does not excite me at all. It does not. It was just why, you know, I was doing my engineering, then I thought what else to do, and then I just joined an IT job, and I went with the flow. And I was enjoying the free time that I had there, but not really the job that was there. So those 5 years was, it was good. I wouldn't say it was bad, but it was a learning experience for me. I was just following what others do, and then eventually I thought, let's just quit it and let's do something else. It wasn't blogging, that was in my mind.
That was very brave.
Yes, it was.
How many people do that?
I know, but I think when people get bored, they still continue with the same because they're so used to the comfort zone, they don't want to leave it. But for me, after I came back from the trip and the Air Force, there was too much excitement already. And it was all bubbling up within me. I was like, I have to leave, I have to leave, I have to do something else.
Oh my God. You make me want to think about, exciting stuff like that now. Not that I ever thought about it, but wow.
Yes.
Yeah, so then what happened?
Yes, so then when I had quit my job, I was looking for options, what do I love? And since I had already come from traveling, I was like, probably travel and adventure is what suits me most. But then I wasn't really sure. I was in that phase where I was trying a lot of things. So I applied for a travel company, but there was a desk job. Obviously, the travel companies don't make you travel. The high-end travel companies, of course. Then I thought, what else to do? So my husband, he was a blogger. He was a tech blogger.
Okay.
He doesn't write as often, but he still writes a few bits and pieces. And then he said, why don't you start a blog? And me being somebody in the technology industry, still being technologically not advanced in the blogging field.
Yes.
I was totally unaware of what blogging was. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, what does bloggers do and stuff? So he's like, you don't have to do much. It's like you have to open a platform and blog. A blogger, you have to open a website and you just have to write content. And I was like, that sounds cool. I can start with my personal stuff. But then that doesn't make sense because I wanted to write something specific. So since I was in Bangalore, I was just, I was doing what most people do. We were like Googling what to do in Bangalore and stuff to create more excitement in life. And there weren't many content about Bangalore as such.
Seriously? They have such things like on Google?
Yes, I was just, searching for what exciting can I do in Bangalore.
Okay, as a visitor.
Yes, as a visitor, as a tourist.
As a tourist, yeah.
But then there weren't many things I found on Google, except that there were lists of things you could do, but people weren't really going to those places and reviewing them, right? So I was like, that sounds like a brilliant idea. So why shouldn't I just start with blogging and then creating videos out of what my experience was, because I know visual is something which everybody looks at.
Yes.
Like my own brother, he won't go and search for the content, which I do write out of my own passion.
I guess.
But definitely he would love to watch a video more because it's like a 5-minute video and you're getting to see everything there.
Yeah.
So I thought that's a brilliant idea, but I had no equipments, none whatsoever. I had a small digicam, which was like a Sony digicam, and it had like, a video, like you can do video, but it wasn't like very good.
No.
And I had gotten a handy cam, which was like very low resolution. When I look at those videos now,
comparatively,
I'm like, I swear, how did I work on those?
Wow. But you see, it's all about wanting to capture it all, I think was the most brilliant part of it all.
Yes,
right?
yes,
I mean, it
yes,
doesn't
it
matter.
was.
Resolutions and stuff.
Yes.
I think it does really matter.
Yes.
Me as a, somebody who wants to check out what's happening in Bangalore, why would I care about it?
Yes, I think people resonate more to the voice and the meaning than the, like how the resolution is.
Especially when you have the visuals.
Yes,
they don't need nothing, right? Yes. Awesome. Okay.
So I started with Bangalore and I was covering a lot of places there, which I found interesting. Like I went to Pottery Town and Tindi Bidi, where you get great food. It's like a food street in Bangalore and stuff. Yes,
What's
it's really
called?
good. It's called Tindi Bidi.
Tindi Bidi.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I went to Pottery Town and I saw how potters, they make their pottery stuff just during the festivals, and there were a lot of interesting stuff you can do in Bangalore.
Seen, yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
so I captured all those moments in my small little camera.
Awesome.
And then I was thinking, I mean, it's cool that I'm doing what I'm doing, but I should be doing something permanent, because, you're still in that mindset once you left that you can't be so unstable in life, right? So I wanted to have that stable footing, because I also wanted to contribute to the income that we have.
Yes.
So I joined an adventure firm.
Okay.
And parallelly, I was also blogging. So I was then traveling
What is
within
an
India.
adventure firm?
So adventure firm was called Indus Outback Ventures. That was the first company that I worked for. It's like basically what they do is they conduct camps in and around Bangalore or like across India, wherever you want, like the student camps or the corporate camps, and they have a lot of activities, like adventure activities basically. Because I had tried my luck in one of the big travel companies, and I found that what they do is that they consolidate all the local travel companies and you don't get to travel. You don't. So I had to work with a company which wasn't like a big shot company, but a company which was at the base level. And that's when I joined the adventure firm, which was not a very new company, but still not that old that it would make me do the desk job. So I wanted to run away from the desk job.
Yeah, you wanted to go out in the world.
Yes. Okay. So what I was doing was, like I started with Bangalore, I started going around India, whichever places I liked, I would just choose and I would just go either with my brother, sometimes alone, sometimes with my husband, whoever could accompany me. And it was good fun actually initially. And people really were very inquisitive. Like we went to Hampi and I had this handy cam and my brother was shooting me and people were like, "Arey, TV se ho kya?"
Exactly.
And I was like, I got so nervous with that. I'm like, no, I'm not from TV. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a blogger. And they're like, who the heck?
Exactly. Oh my God, so that's what is a YouTuber.
Yes.
So you go, you shoot some
stuff. It's like I have a set of travel videos on each place, and I make sure that people, whenever they go to a place, they get to know from the beginning to the end about the place. Like as soon as you land, what happens, and when you go to that place, what happens. And it has nothing to do with commercial stuff. It's
so
just
where
mainly.
can we look up for your stuff?
So my blog is called ankionthemove.com.
A-N-K-I?
On the move.
On the move.
Yeah, some people think like it's on the moon, but not yet.
One day, I like it. I like where you're going, sweetheart. Absolutely exciting. You know, I'm actually dazed in terms of, you know, I love the idea of traveling. Recently, it's become more and more of passion. So literally, while you're talking about it, I'm all over the place. You know, where could I go? What could I do to be able to do something like that? It's so exciting.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is an exciting life.
You know, there was a song Hindi mein, around the world in dollars. Oh my God, what was it? $8. Thank you so much. My cameraman got me there. Okay. Thank you so much, buddy. Around the world in $8. It was a song, you know, old Bollywood song, and it was, you know, taking you through entire world in that particular song, and people loved it. And we've come a long way from there. But to know that you and I could do something like that is like so awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. So tell me more. So this company that you joined, so you were able to help them go and shoot different locations and adventures for them?
Not really. It wasn't like I wasn't shooting videos for them. It was I had joined as a marketing professional there, and my job there was to go with the campsites to talk with the adventure providers so that we get more business. Mainly to go to the campsites and see if everything is okay, and also, you know, do a bit of sports. I did zorbing and other stuff with them.
What is that? What's that
zorbing? It's like a zorb ball, and then you have to get inside that ball. Then they don't lock it, but they kind of close the ball and then they roll it down.
Oh, you're inside the ball and it just rolls.
Yes, it's quite nice.
Scary?
No,
it's not.
No. It's tipsy. It's tipsy in a way, you know.
Adventurous girl.
Yes, I am. It was just the beginning of my adventure. So.
And what's this called? Zorbing.
Zorbing. So so like we had a lot of camps and stuff, but they were mostly on weekends. And what I was doing there was, in my 6 months, I had a lot of learning experience with them. Obviously,
you're not eating the sweet.
Well, there I was enjoying what I was doing. I was learning a lot, and then an idea struck me that since I'm working for an adventure company, why don't I talk with all the adventure providers? Because that time people would go outside India to actually do adventure sports, and they were really scared to do it in India.
Which time of the year are you talking?
2012. Yes.
Okay.
And people were really scared.
Maybe it was the perfect time when you started it.
Yes,
right?
it was.
That was the time for change.
Yes, that was.
I would think so.
Yes. And I was very determined to bring that change.
You were part of that change.
Yes, I was totally.
You actually were part of the change.
Yes.
Wow. Tell me more. Okay.
So I thought, like, people are really scared. Whenever I talk to people, what they tell me about is like, they go to US and do skydiving, they go to this place and do bungee jumping, but not in India. And I wanted to know why not, because we have so many people doing that in India. Like, adventure providers are there. They're doing that in India, but people really go outside and do it. And, then they talk about it and stuff. And I was like, no, I should take interviews of all those adventure providers who are here. And let me check out what their backgrounds are and why people are so skeptical.
About doing it in India?
Yes. And I got to know by all interviewing everyone that there's no reason people should stop doing that in India, because all the adventure providers, like most of them, are really highly experienced professionals. Highly experienced professionals. A lot of people who were in the military, they have joined all these adventure sports. They have started their own adventure companies. Yes, they have. And they've been doing
India?
it. Yes.
And we don't know?
No.
Are they too expensive there in India?
No, they're not.
They're not really?
No. I think the only factor that stops people is because they're really scared. They were. Now people are trying all these sports out in India as well.
Okay.
But they were really scared initially to, whatever will happen, because that's what we think of India as, right?
No, well, anybody. I mean, not everybody has that in their DNA.
But then, don't you think?
Try it out.
No, but don't you think you'll go and do bungee jump in like New Zealand, but you would not do it in India, right?
That is something that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
They don't believe the equipment in India.
Yes, yes, they were really, because they didn't know what was going on inside. They were like, they were very skeptical about trying the same sport. So I tried to bring that out, and I interviewed almost everyone.
This is a very important point. This
Yes.
is the most important point.
Yes.
Now I get you. I was just thinking it was just basically people in India were not wanting to do these sports.
Not the fear factor, because
Yeah,
people
not
have
the
come
fear
out of the fear factor now. But they were more, bahar ja rahe hain to wahan try karte hain. So
we have just been talking about one little part of your journey, and I know there are tons of things out there, but I would say from whatever you were just talking about your adventure sports, that I guess 2012, 2013 was definitely the time for change.
Yes.
And so great to know that you were part of that by being a part of adventure sports being encouraged even in India.
Yes, yes,
right?
definitely.
Like you said, Indians were going abroad and they were ready to try out all these adventure sports, but they were not feeling very safe probably to want to try them out in our country, and you were actually a part of that whole change wherein they learned to do it in India.
Yes.
Fabulous, fantastic. So girl, to want to be a fighter pilot, to being an IT professional, to somebody who started off with adventures, introducing adventure sports in India. Now tell us what else, and where did you reach today and how?
Well, the journey has been long, and I've been doing quite a few different things. Whatever came to my mind, I just pursued it, not giving much thought to it. So I was talking about adventure sports. I interviewed quite a lot of people, and people got to know about them, and they're like, well, it's not as unsafe as everybody tells us to be, and people started trying it. And that was the change that I saw live, and I'm like, what else can I do? I'm working for an adventure firm. It's been 6 months. It's nice, but you know what happens with adventure firms are all of the weekends you are traveling with a group, and that's a huge responsibility, right?
But fun too.
And fun too. But I had my share of fun. And then I was also planning others' travel. And somebody was going Israel, somebody someplace else. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? I should be traveling too, right? I had my share of good fun in the adventure firm, but I had to quit because I had to go and look out for other options so that I could travel more, right?
Yeah.
Not planning others' travel, which is not that great.
That's awesome. I mean, then you can get to travel. Why do you want to sit and travel? I would plan others' travel.
Yes, exactly.
Makes sense. Okay, then what happened?
And then I started with a concept called travel meetups. I started conducting pan-India travel meetups, wherein I knew I was like, it wasn't always like my family or my friends would agree with me to travel, but if I could find a place where I could find like-minded travelers who could travel with me, And so I started a concept called Travel Meetup in India, and like I did it in 3 cities where I will call all the travel enthusiasts, and we could just discuss, and you know, how could we travel in less amount of money, how could we go here and there and there and there, and we could all exchange numbers, and we could be friends, and we could start traveling together. That was just a concept that came to my mind. I started with it.
Good God.
Eventually, I decided, yeah, I've traveled a lot in India, and India is a great place to travel. And believe me, I mean, it's like endless things you can do in India today.
Wow.
Because you have adventure spots, you have such nice heritage tours and walks, and a lot of things to do in India.
Wow.
But I wanted to fly out of India as well. And I thought, like, what else can I do? So I chose a place which many choose for their honeymoon. Wow. And I wanted to backpack that place. And that was Maldives.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That was your first trip out?
Yes.
On your own adventure?
Yes, but it was with my hubby.
Okay.
Yes, because you know, we both wanted to go there, not as a honeymoon place, but to backpack.
Wow.
And you know, I figured out that it's great to travel solo. I've traveled solo a lot, but once you're with somebody else, you share that cost. Correct. And that is also a great thing.
You are really helpful, girl. You know, these are the tips that we want, right? Most
Yes.
of the times, we don't really get to do the math.
Yes.
And it's very important.
Yes, it
you
is.
Want to save your bucks.
Yes,
Yeah.
And that's
so
the most important thing about travel, right?
So tell me more.
We went and backpacked Maldives. It was wonderful. I mean, there wasn't much written online about it, but you have these $1 ferries that goes to these local islands. We stayed in local islands with the locals.
Wow.
We danced on the sands of Maldives, which they had this dance called Bodu Beru, which is the local dance of Maldives. We danced with them.
Really?
Yes, and we learned how to cook Maldivian dishes and, you know, endless stuff, which is totally unexpected of, you know, Maldives. And then I came back, and then I'm like, yeah, I should do something about it. So I started making all these travel videos about every country that I go to from further on. Like, till now I've been doing for India, now I'm doing for abroad.
Yes.
And making people understand that doing abroad isn't as expensive as they think it to be, because of course they were so used to those travel packages, they wouldn't know that you can travel locally as well.
Correct.
So that was my whole idea, to make people aware.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You know, because it's your real passion. That's why you're able to find ways.
Yes.
That happens only when you have the passion for it. Look at you glowing the way you're talking about what you've been doing.
I'm super excited to tell you about this whole journey.
Tell me. Yes.
So, you know, with Maldives, a lot of opportunities started coming, because I had made a very nice video on Maldives.
Wow.
You know, how to backpack Maldives, in fact.
Where can we watch it online?
That's on my YouTube channel.
Anki on the Move.
So that's my blog.
Okay.
But my YouTube channel is youtube.com/ankionthemove.
YouTube Anki on the Move should get them there.
Yes.
Right? So YouTube Anki on the Move. ANKI. You definitely want to watch that. Just got so many things out there.
Yes,
I'm sure. I can't wait to watch. I can't.
It has.
Okay. So tell me.
So that was the year, like 2013 to 2014 was the year when I got so many endless opportunities to explore. I got 3 awards in that 2 years. I won Indie Blogger Awards. I got awards by an institution called GCC, which was given by Republic of Maldives. And I also got awarded by Best Writer for Spain Tourism. And I got so many awards in those 3 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's so amazing. So how do you get these awards?
So, well, you know what happened with Maldives was my own personal trip. But then I thought, if I have to go outside India, I have to talk to these tourism boards and people who I can work together with.
Correct.
And so I didn't know the way forward, because it was still a very new blog to me. It was just an year-old blog. And then I was just looking for opportunities. I saw there's something called Scott Expo, which is going on. I directly got in touch with them. And they're like, fine, we'll sponsor your whole trip, but we won't pay for your airfare. And for me, that was a huge amount that time. I was like, but I still should take that chance. I've taken a lot of chances in my entire journey.
Sure you did.
And I've actually gone through a lot of contests, you know, random luck, whatever, wherever I could find my way out. I did try my luck everywhere. So I was like, fine. So I went for the the Scotland trip, which was the life-changing thing, if you call it, because I had such great experience in Scotland as well. I mean, every country that I've, like, from 2013 to 2017, I've been to 18 countries. And it's not just the country, the number of countries that count. I really have had the local experience of that country, as if I've lived in that country like a local and making it my home.
Wow.
You know? So it's been fabulous.
You're tempting me to get into it now.
Yes, I think everybody should try it at least once.
That. Yeah. Okay. So no, what I wanted to know was how these contests happen. Do people see you on your blog and then nominate you or something? How
No,
do
you have to self-nominate yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
What happens with blog is, like, you get a lot of followers and the readers and, you know, viewers, and then people start getting to know about you.
Okay.
So, you know, how many people see you, and, you know, because if you're going on Google and if you're searching how to backpack Maldives, obviously sites would come, and if my site is on the top, then there's so many viewers who come in, and that's how tourism boards get in touch, and that's how, you know, brands come in and stuff like that. So I was kind of very lucky enough to, like, probably I tried my luck in so many places, and I consider myself lucky enough.
Beautiful. But you did it all. I mean, you, the groundwork was all yours.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything about my blog. Everything about my blog.
About you, basically. Forget about your blog.
Yes, yes.
Everything about you is only and only you.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
There is nobody else in this movie of yours.
Yes, yes.
You planned it all.
Yes. It wasn't planned, though. It was where my passion took me.
Took you. So everything you planned, in the sense you wanted to go to these people, you wanted to make the decision that you want to fly to that place and you know, take the cost. You know, you know, I mean, you did
I took the risk a lot, many times.
Wow.
Yes, yes. I had to do it, and because I was so excited. Like, every time I'd get a mail from somebody telling me that you really helped me on my trip, I was like, wow, I'm making a change, and that's a great thing to know, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, I've had some great experiences in all these countries that I've been to.
So what are all the countries that you went to?
There are many, like...
let's start. Let's start at least some few.
Okay, so India, Bhutan, Spain, Switzerland, Oman, Israel, Thailand, Malaysia, not many. I don't remember. There's so many now that I don't even remember.
I can imagine.
Yes,
that's amazing.
yes.
Okay, so tell me something. Just now, you know, a while ago you said something about brands.
Yes.
And when you said brands, I remembered something. You're all about fashion blogging as well?
Yes. So, well, when I was trying my luck in travel during 2013 and 2014, I won the contest by Evirate, which was like Evirate Real Woman Runners-Up Contest.
Whoa!
Yes.
What is that again?
In Bangalore. So they had this Runners-Up Contest where they asked, how do you, I don't remember exactly the question was, but it was very specific to women, and what do you think specifies women to be beautiful? Something like that. And it was totally unexpected, because I was actually applying to a lot of contests, and I had applied to that contest and I won the contest. Like, I was a runners-up.
But the contest is about what?
It's about beauty in a woman.
So it's about a pageant?
They had
it's like a pageant?
Not really a pageant, but...
they're just questions they ask you?
Yes.
On the stage in front of people?
Yes, I got to see the pageant from up close, but they had this Real Woman tag or something like that. So I won that runners-up, and I went and I got to meet the big shots of fashion industry as well. And then I was like, you know, I don't understand, when people travel, why do they just neglect fashion? It's like, you know, people choose to wear baggy clothes when they're traveling than, you know, wearing something comfortable and stylish. And my idea to start a fashion blog then was not to intimidate people with, you know, model-like pictures that, you know, you don't dress up like that when you're traveling, obviously, because you're, you want
to be comfortable.
Yeah, and your coal is smeared here and there, your hair flies, you're yourself when you're traveling, right?
True.
So my idea was to create awareness on what kind of style can you follow when you're traveling. While fashion is all about trend, style is not. Style is what you wear and what reflects onto you.
Exactly.
Right?
Wow. So say that again. Style is something about you and what it reflects off you?
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I love that. That's a statement made by you?
Yes.
I love it. I'm sure you do too. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, so you started blogging about what to wear and be stylish while you're traveling.
Yes, and I used to write about a lot of other stuff, like what kind of makeup can you do when you're traveling, and where can you get haircuts, like general stuff which people would find useful, not really writing about just crappy stuff. And then like my fashion blog is a part of my travel blog because it's called Style on the Move, which is part of Anki on the Move. Because when people come to my travel website, they're obviously going to look for what they want to wear. Correct. And I also started with a dress code section, which is a very small section now, but then I'm trying to expand it.
I love that.
And it's like, how can you dress, like dress code for India, dress code for US, dress code for Greece. And it's not really a strict guideline that I give to people. It's just that I tell people what will make you comfortable if you wear this, this and this, and what won't make you feel comfortable, because it's really important. And I also write about what are the local things that people wear in that place. And when from what I feel now, when Westerners look at India, they feel that everybody is drenched in saris all the time, but that's not how it is.
Not at all.
Not at all, right? And that goes for every country in the world.
So true.
Right? So everybody celebrates tradition when there is an event or festival and occasion, but not really every day. And what people wear every day is also needs to be told.
Yes.
So that's when I started dress codes and stuff like that. It's a cute little website you should watch.
So fashion blogger, okay, travel blogger, YouTuber. I mean, you live such a versatile and such an exciting life, and you're a married woman.
Yes.
And people think that these things are not possible. So tell me, how does this work?
People think I'm crazy.
That is not really important, right? Yeah. What people think it's up to them. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about you. I'm saying, how did you work this thing weave it into your marriage? Because this is not traditional profession.
Yes,
especially for an Indian woman, I would say.
Yes.
Never seen one?
No.
Never met one?
No.
And I'm very excited about understanding. So your husband and you, did you have a traditional arranged marriage?
No, we had a love marriage.
Okay, so that would explain a lot of it. So he would already know what you wear.
Yes, but my husband is a complete opposite of me.
Of course. Usually it happens.
Yeah, usually. Opposites attract. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
But then, as I have grown, he has grown too. He has seen me through the years, and even in college, I was a free bird. I would do what I want to do.
I'm sure.
And he would try to tell me, no, this is not how you should be doing. I think that voice got silenced because now he's like, she's doing well what she's doing, so probably let her do it.
Wow.
Yes, he's been very supportive that way, like more than my parents, obviously.
Yeah? So how long have you been married now?
8 years.
8 years. And how long have you known him for?
15 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So that is good.
Yes, that is.
That really is good for you because, like you said, you both actually grew up together.
Yes. We've seen the changes that we wanted in each other. And that's really beautiful.
And he was open to these changes of yours.
Yes, he was very open. He wanted to give me his perspectives, which he did. He was never negative towards anything. He supported me as much as he could. And wherever he felt he could not, he would always tell me he could not. Like fashion, he wasn't very keen towards. Like travel, he would be, because he knows that I'm such a bubbly girl. I love traveling, and he wanted to support me. But fashion, he was like, you don't know people in the industry. You don't know this and that and that.
Yes.
But the thing was, when I started working with fashion, I worked with a lot of brands, but I never found anything as bad as the world makes it to be. There are, yes, good and bad things, but you have to learn how to deal with it, right?
Very well said.
Yeah.
Very
I
well
think
said.
even in travel, it's the same thing. It goes for everything.
Exactly. When you go alone, any girl out alone,
I've faced situations like that because everybody says India is so unsafe, and yes, it is a little, but every country in the world is. It is not that any country in the world is so super damn safe that you just walk down in the middle of the night and nothing happens to you. That's not true, because I went to Scotland, I was alone, and I was being followed in the middle of the night, and that is said to be one of the safest countries in the world, and I'm like, okay, now I have to take care of myself.
Yes. So did it never scare you?
No, I mean, then you get used to these things, and you're like, you know how to take care of these things. You start ignoring people. You try to find ways how to, not make yourself in trouble.
So give us a few tips.
I think, you know, the best thing you could do is listen to your gut. If things doesn't feel right to you, you should never go to that place. With travel, that's the most important thing. If you just go against with your gut, things most likely would not turn as you expect it to be. And especially when you're traveling alone, it's very important to be careful. I mean, that's why sometimes I enjoy traveling with friends and family, because they're the ones to take care of me. But then when you're traveling alone, I think the world is such that you're never traveling alone. You find people everywhere, and you make new friends, and you know, when you interact with them. But
so would you say that is safe, Anki? You know, talking to strangers, I'm always like that. You know, wherever I am, you know, I do it. You don't really have to be traveling. Even in a grocery store or something, somebody says hello, I would say hello, and you know, I start a conversation any which way. So I'm a girl like that. But people believe it's not very safe, and you know, you're not supposed to be talking to strangers, etc. So
well, the thing is, like,
did you have any scenario like that ever?
Yes, I have had scenarios. But the thing is, like, when you go and live in hostels, you're definitely going to interact with strangers, and they're going to be your friends for that time being when you're there. And some people are not good, and then you have to learn how to avoid them. Yeah.
And what about total strangers on the road?
I mean, you can talk to total strangers on the road. There's no harm in talking to total strangers.
But what I'm saying is, did you have any bad experiences like that?
Not really to that extent that I could call that they were really bad. And I was like,
no.
I mean, just like
so that
small
means,
things, you know, I was being followed, or you know, the hotel key, they had taken a duplicate key, they tried to enter my hotel, but nothing as radical as I would say, you know, kind of. Yeah, these are small little things. If you're like, I learned a lot during my journey of travel. I learned how to protect myself. I learned how to listen to my gut. I learned if I don't like a person, I really don't like a person, right? I mean, I don't have to go forward with it. But it shouldn't stop me from talking to strangers, because strangers give you the best insight of a place. I mean, if you just go by Google or whatever, you're not going to learn as much as you're going to learn by talking to a person who has lived there. And I've done that many times. A lot, I think about 70% of the time people turn out to be good, and there are 30% of the cases where they're like, okay, whatever they do, they do.
You have to you know what, you just gave a beautiful message. Actually, world is a beautiful place.
Yeah, it is.
It's not bad at all.
No.
I mean, we are only concentrating on the bad because that is the only thing that's being talked about everywhere in the media.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
Nobody's talking about the good things that are happening in the world. Somehow people
of course,
just
you have to be a little careful when you're traveling solo.
Anywhere,
as I said,
maybe.
You know, anywhere, like as I said, if you're traveling solo, you can't have drinks after drinks and then expect nothing to happen. That happens everywhere. You have to dress according to what the country is. You have to talk according to what the country is.
I guess.
A little here and there.
I mean, you know, now for me from New Jersey, you know, if I want to go in the middle of the night to, you know, till the middle of the night, I'm there in, you know, in the city, you know, partying. And if I want to come back all alone in the train in the middle of the night, it's not going to be called safe.
Yes.
You know, but you know, me with a couple of my friends, I did that for New Year's. You know, we went there to see the ball drop. You know,
of course,
and after that, when we were coming back, we took the train, and you know what? The best part was you know, nobody took our tickets. It was free. Okay, that was fun. All right, that was fun. And the best part I saw was it was filled, the train. But everybody was so decent. Everybody was so decent. It was in the wee hours of the morning. All right, I think it was 2015. You know, I did that. So I'm saying that until 2015, I mean, I've been living here from 2000, but I never dared to do it. I did it after 15 years of being here, and I thought it is not bad at all. I don't know why I got so scared.
So I'll give you an example. After traveling to so many countries, I had to move to US, and the place that we were supposed to move to was Milwaukee. And my husband came first, and I was Googling, and Milwaukee had a very high rate of crime. I'm like, are we going to a crime city? I'm not going to go and live there, right? So I was like a little paranoid, a little thinking about things, you know, if things happen to me, or, you know, anybody attacks. But no. That city has a lot to offer. It's the kindest city I've ever seen in US. Like, people who just randomly walk to you and talk about their whole life. They have time. They have plenty of time. You know, first it was like too new for me. You know, I was like, how can people just like come and talk like that? Because
Oh my
that
God.
doesn't happen in India as well, right?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
does.
you do talk,
Yeah.
but not as much as Milwaukeeans. It's like people have time, and you've got to listen to them, you've got to talk to them, and you've got,
Wow.
they have all the time in the world.
Who talks about that?
No, nobody.
When you
And
say
that's why,
Milwaukee.
yeah, nobody. So that's why for the last 2 years, I've been talking about US and what the things, good things I've seen in US, as well as the changes I had to go through.
Water?
Yes.
Yeah. Very interesting. And I'll tell you something very interesting, because I'm now trying to understand and relate it with whatever you are saying, okay?
Yeah.
When I said I went for the ball drop, so at Times Square, there are how many thousands of people? I don't know, 20, 30, I don't know.
Yeah. I've been to the ball drop.
You have? Oh my
It's
God.
madness.
It's madness.
But you enjoy that
But
fun.
tell me something. There are thousands of people standing.
Yes.
Almost you're sticking to each other.
Yes,
There's
yes.
no room to breathe
Yes,
actually
yes.
between two people, right?
Yeah.
And these are people from so many different countries from the world.
Yes.
You'll hardly find somebody that is from New York.
Yes.
Hardly,
Yeah.
all right? You will
Yeah.
see around you people from across the globe,
Yes,
okay?
yeah.
And they're dressed in their finest. They're standing there with you for how many hours? You're stuck inside that place for at least 6 to 7 hours.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
Because I definitely was with
Yeah.
these couple of girls, these
Yeah.
friends of mine. And I saw, be it men or women, who you were surrounded with,
Yeah.
whom you were almost stuck to,
Yes.
all right, from every side.
Yeah.
That decency for all those hours,
Yeah.
okay, that beautiful camaraderie within that group,
Yes. Yes.
we are all stuck like this together. We don't even know them for so many hours, okay?
Yeah.
And such a beautiful smile to each other. I mean, just reliving that moment now, I'm thinking how huge it was.
Yes.
Right?
yes,
Would you
yes.
expect that? I mean, in between strangers, stuck to them like that for so many hours,
I think, it depends on, like, as I said, in a place which is very crowded and where the festival is going on,
Yeah.
it's highly unlikely that anything else
what
would
I'm
happen.
saying is the ball didn't drop. Everybody is waiting there for
Yeah,
the ball to drop
stuck.
and nothing much is happening.
Yeah, yeah.
And you wanted to come first, so everybody tries to come
Yeah.
very early.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then you don't have a way out.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
way
true.
you can move out.
Yeah.
So you're literally standing with them from afternoon or evening.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you've got nothing to do.
Yeah.
And only right in the front, people can watch all those shows that are happening on the stage.
Yes.
You
yes.
don't watch nothing, and it's cold.
Yes.
Okay, with so much of crowd, you're cold, bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, bitter cold.
Yes.
I mean, fingers are numb. You can't move.
I know it better. I was from Milwaukee.
Oh my goodness!
Midwest can make you
See?
freeze.
You can tell me about it. I didn't know what to do. I was freezing with everybody else. Your nose was like ice, okay?
Yes.
Standing there for so many hours with so many
Yes.
people. And I remember when somebody felt tired, you could actually lean on whoever it was next to you. And people were so nice. So you know what? I think what you're speaking right now made so much more sense to me.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't see the good immediately, and
Yeah, we
You know?
always focus on the bad all the time, but the world is not full of so much bad things.
no, there's so
Yeah.
much good.
Yeah.
There's so much good. Wow. So tell me something. While we were talking earlier, Anki, you talked about your husband being more supportive than your parents.
Yeah.
Tell me what's it about your parents?
So, well, my dad was in railways. We were moving from one place to the next, but he was a little conservative in his thoughts. And I've had to go through a lot of drama, as
Restrictions?
you call it. Restrictions
Uh-huh.
at my home
Uh-huh.
with regards to the new choices that I was making in my life.
Totally.
First of all, I did a love marriage with somebody who wasn't from my community, which was a big deal.
Another big deal.
And,
yeah.
and then another big deal was me wanting to go and do travel blogging. And so initially they were very hesitant, like my dad was really hesitant towards my decision. And what he would say is, once you, first you settle with your husband and then he'll make you travel, and or you can travel together. Why do you need a passport or like whatever?
Oh my
And that annoyed me, big deal. And I was like, I was a very stubborn child, like you can call me a rebel in the family. I was like, I don't care if you're letting me make my passport or not. I'm going to make my own passport. I don't need your help.
Wow. Wow.
And
Amazing.
that annoyed him big time. And
I'm
there were a
sure.
lot of friction for like 5-6 months, wherein initially he would say that I'm still in the same company, like I was still in IT company where I was working then, telling people that I was actually travel blogging, which was
Wait. So because you were doing while you were doing your traditional job, he was okay while you were working as an IT consultant.
Yes.
But then when you started doing this other stuff, he was not even comfortable talking about it to others, huh?
Not really. No. But I think with time people grow up.
But it is strange, isn't it? How it's become so important. I mean, it's a very common thing in India.
It is
All
very
right.
common.
If you are not just an engineer or a doctor, then you're not nothing.
Yes. And with skydiving, just because it was more field work, he was totally annoyed. He was like, what the heck are you doing with your life? I mean, you don't have any ambition. I'm like, I don't care if I want to have an ambition or not. I'm enjoying what I'm doing and that's what matters. But there was a lot of friction. But then eventually everybody grows up.
They do, I know. I know. With time they do.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is not easy going through what you were going through.
Yes.
Right? Because there was no support.
But then, when I think back, I think it wasn't easy on their part as well to see that change happen.
Not at all. I mean, at this age, I understand so much more, so many more things.
And when you look back, you think hard, you understand that you've learned a lot from your parents. What you're going through now is the result of what your parents have given you. So my mom, being a housemaker, she was a multitasker. So she would, she would join the beauty courses, interior design, blah, 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 go on dance.
So your mom was?
She was a housemaker.
Really interested
but she was a very interesting person.
And that's where you got it from?
Yes.
You got it from your mom?
Yes. And my dad, he was very persistent towards everything. So he was working for railways, but he was interested in astrology. So he'll come back home and on weekends he'll pursue his astrology course. So he was also doing 2 different things. And my brother is very stubborn as I am. So now you get where I get the genes from, right?
It's not about stubborn. You people are very, very, how shall I say, very adventurous.
Yes.
Right, and very passionate about doing a lot of things.
Yes.
And that's great genes, baby.
Now when I talk about to my parents, I tell them that's where I got it from.
Exactly.
Yeah, in a different way, but still.
But you know what? It's so true, and they should be proud of it.
Yes, they are now. They are now because unless you get recognition, people have a doubt in their head, like my parents did. And when I got so many awards, I also got published in a lot of newspapers and radio shows, and then they were like proudly telling everyone she's a travel blogger. I'm like, now what happened?
Wow. see, I know. When success definitely brings in everybody who wants to be your friends.
Yes.
But then it's not easy to be able to go with your gut feeling and don't let your passion die for what you want to do. And it says a lot about you.
I think
as a
you
person.
have to listen to your inner voice so much.
Wow.
I have gone through a lot of struggle with my own inner head. I've gone through depression as well because everybody was like, you're doing wrong, you shouldn't be doing this and that. And then that's the struggle that you're like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. And then the other voice says, no, you should follow your passion. And then you have to weigh both of them and you have to go for what you feel is right for you.
That's about it.
Yes, that's about it. And whatever happens, it happens. But that's your own decision.
Yes.
Yes.
Be responsible for yourself. That is all that you need to be.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
If I will put it in a more easier way to understand, because that's what I understand.
Yes.
Right? I don't think I'm very brave or I'm very strong or I'm all set to do whatever I want, etc. But I only know that I'm ready to take responsibility for whatever I do.
Yes, for your own actions, own decisions, whatever.
Right?
You do.
Yes. I think that's what I have been, and I think that is a lot of advantage to you as a human being, as a person. In that way, you're letting your personality come out.
Yes.
You're not, strangling it.
Yes, and I believe I should not confine myself. Like for right now, since I'm in US, I love US. There are so many aspects to it, not much talked about yet, not much written about yet, not much documented about it yet.
And that's what you plan to do, I'm sure.
I'm doing it for the last 2 years.
Wow.
And it's been beautiful. Like in Milwaukee, like one of the part of my travel videos has always been that I always go to people and ask, like just randomly walking in the street and asking people, what do you love about this place? And I just document those videos as well. And that's been so connected towards those places because people then can easily relate that, you know, these are the things I never knew about this place, right?
Exactly.
And US is so less talked about, so less. Like
Really?
people, yes, people just talk about things like metropolitan cities, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You talk about New York, you talk about Washington, you talk about LA,
Correct.
you talk about San Francisco. But what about the states which are so culturally rich? What about them? And
so right.
Wisconsin was that. Wisconsin was
It
that.
was. It was. Yes. Yes.
It was so culturally rich that it even shocked me. Like for the whole 1 year that 1.5 years, I think, 1.5 years that I stayed there, like they celebrate festivals like it's their home. Like, you know, they have Mexican festival and the whole thing becomes like a Mexican place, and then it's a beautiful place to live in, first of all, and it's famous for all good things in life. Like it's famous for beer, Harley Davidson, cheese,
I know only Harley
cream
Davidson.
puff,
For me, Wisconsin
and
is Harley
like
Davidson.
Lake Michigan. I mean, it's a beautiful place, and
correct.
and you have a lot to do there. And I think both Wisconsin and Michigan are beautiful places to be, and very less talked about. The places we've been to, we've seen Northern Lights in Wisconsin. Northern Lights in US, in Wisconsin, not even going to Alaska.
Wow.
Wisconsin.
Really?
Yes.
Have you captured that?
Yes, I did.
We have to have a look at it.
It is not a great picture though.
No, but you know what? You
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
to capture it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Wow, you live such an interesting life.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so in awe. You
Thank
know,
you so
that is
much.
fantastic.
Yes.
So what would you say to you know, our viewers, you know, our friends out there, that whatever be your passion, you know, what would be your message for people who don't yet know what they want, or you know, they know what they want but they don't know what to do with it? You know, there are all kinds of people all around us, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say to them?
Let me think. So to all the people who are watching me here, I would want to say you guys is that beauty lies within your own heart. It lies in your own capacity to follow through your dreams, to have hope for your future, and to pursue what you wanted, always wanted, through your own journey that you learn. And with a big smile on your face. Don't be disappointed with the hurdles that you cross across.
Yes.
Whatever you do in your life, do with all your heart, give it your best shot, and be happy for where life takes you.
Wow, I love that. It was beautiful.
Thank you so much, Vani.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You
Yeah.
are truly again another woman that's beautiful inside out.
Thank you so much,
And I'm
Vani.
so proud of myself that I believe that women around us and among us are truly heroes in their own right.
They are,
You're
they are.
another beautiful example.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank
In
you
the
so much.
making, you know.
I think
You would
women
go
are
really
no
far.
less.
Yeah.
No less. They
Every
are not.
woman.
I think every woman, yes.
Every woman
Yes, in the
around us
world.
and among us, I believe it.
Yes,
you know,
I
from the
too,
bottom
I
of my
too, I
heart,
too.
okay? I believe that everybody is unique and they are beautiful in their own way.
Yes, they
because
are.
they think in a particular way.
Yes.
And everybody thinks differently.
Yes,
So that's
true.
why
Yes.
I have this pleasure of having such beautiful women like yourself.
Thank you
You know,
so much,
join me
Vani.
here and tell me and take me through your journey. I'll tell you, it was so fast paced. I'm actually tired today, Anki. You know, you took me zip, zap, zoom, okay? And I am like,
I
I
have
was
more stories
with
to tell you, but maybe next time.
Absolutely. All right. Did you have anything more to say?
Lots.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll have another show, definitely, because we are all up for time for today. All right, so thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Anki.
Thank you
All
so
right?
much, Vani. And let me tell you one thing. You are one of the gorgeous ladies that I've met recently. Your energy level is incomparable.
Thank
Seriously.
you. I thought you beat me at
No,
that.
I don't. When I look at you, I'm like, wow, this lady has something. I guess every woman in the world has something in them, as
so
you said.
True. So true.
Yeah,
So
wonderful
true.
meeting
We
you.
just need to celebrate yourself.
Yes.
And
we
that's
do.
what we did just now, together. Right here on United Voice of Women. And this is Vani with you on Mana TV. Well, we're all up for time for today. It's time to say tada bye-bye cheerio to all of you. But I promise I'll be back again next week with another gorgeous, gorgeous lady to blow our minds. Till then, I want you to take care, be good, keep smiling, and remember, I love you. Hey, thank you so much much for being on our show, Ankita. It was a real pleasure.
Hey Vani, thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, you had a good time?
Yes, I did.
All right, and we had a fabulous time. And so, as a little thank you, we've got a gift for you from Kankatala, our sponsors.
Oh my God, you got a gift for me? Can I open it?
Do. Oh my God. Nobody has done this fast, girl. All right. Okay, who is not?
Yes.
Okay, and just look at this beautiful.
Colors just shine.
You know what? Can I drape it over you?
Yes.
You want to hold it for me on that way? Yes. Wow. Yeah. That is lovely. You look wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much.